photo shared by official royal residence Kensington Palace shows Prince William with Eurovision winner Neda Barzilai in Tel Aviv on the 27th of June, part of the Israeli government's use of the song contest for its propaganda. Via Twitter, Palestinians are claiming their first win in their campaign to boycott next year's Eurovision Song Contest. This comes as ever more international figures are speaking out in support for the right to boycott Israel. Boycott, divestment and sanctions. BDS activists are claiming credit for Israel dropping demands that Eurovision 2019 be held in Jerusalem. This marks a striking failure in Israel's PR efforts to assert its illegal claim over the city. PACBI, the Palestinian Campaign for the Academic and Cultural Boycott of Israel, said this week. The BDS movement sees this as the first milestone in the campaign to boycott Eurovision 2019 if it is hosted by Israel while it continues its decades-old, grave violations of Palestinian human rights. Israel drops Jerusalem condition for hosting. https://t.co/zx3g1bohapik.twitter.com/tdz2znbxk1 Attack by June 27, 2018 Israel's culture minister Miri Regev initially demanded that Eurovision be held in Jerusalem or not at all. Israeli officials in charge of combating the global Palestine solidarity movement see hosting Eurovision as a national project, and the government is planning to invest millions of dollars to stage an event they hope will help whitewash Israel's image, especially in the wake of its recent massacres in Gaza. But amid disquiet about Israel's politicization of Eurovision, the European Broadcasting Union, the contest's producer, delayed officially announcing Israel as the hosts. Fearing it could lose the right to host the contest altogether, Israel dropped the demand that it be staged in Jerusalem. Israel is now pitching Tel Aviv as the likely venue. In the meantime, Israel is intensifying its propaganda around Eurovision as boycott calls continue to grow. On Wednesday, Prince William, the first member of the British royal family to undertake an official visit to Israel, staged a photo op with Neda Barzilai, Israel's Eurovision 2018 winner. Thank you to the huge Tel Aviv crowds that came to greet the Duke of Cambridge and Neda Barzilai as they enjoyed a walk on Rothschild Boulevard hand-waving. Twitter.com/b5zqvnfqxw, Kensington Palace, at Kensington Royal, June 27, 2018 And Israel has continued its efforts to rig public opinion by using a government-backed app to manipulate polls about whether Ireland should respect the boycott next year. Israel's official propaganda app is directing international users to vote no in a breakfast poll about whether Ireland's RTE should boycott Eurovision in Israel. @ips48 @ips_dairy. In addition to the Israeli government, https://t.co/m8k405wmq app, some of the heavy hitters of Israel lobbying also weighed in. Twitter.com/ojoyko2u, IPSC, @ips48, June 28, 2018 But that hasn't slowed the momentum of campaigners. In Dublin on Wednesday, celebrities and public figures gathered at the city's famous Halfpenny Bridge to add their voices to calls for a Eurovision boycott. Celebrities. The campaign is supported by 3,500 people, Inc. More than 40 well-known figures. Click here to join them. https://t.co/o36gp3vqz7 pic.twitter.com/2poiskshv, IPSC, @ips48, June 27, 2018 Sinn Féin Senator at Fintan Warfield at the launch of the campaign for Ireland to boycott the Eurovision Song Contest 2019, which is due to take place in Israel. Ireland stands with Palestine. Ireland Palestine pic.twitter.com/38fz32bodge, Sinn Féin, at Sinn Féin Ireland, June 27, 2018 More than 3,600 people have supported that call by signing a petition, including previous Eurovision winner Charlie McGettigan, Irish broadcaster and former Eurovision commentator Mike Murphy and former Eurovision presenters Kerry Crowley and Warren O'Brien. For all sorts of cultural and historic reasons, we identify deeply with the Palestinians, Crowley said. Their treatment, or mistreatment, at the hands of the State of Israel is horrendous. If by boycotting a significant global television event we can draw attention to this injustice, it might help start changing the attitude and the damage being done on a daily basis." Crowley added, "I believe many Irish people feel the same way." The leaders of the Musicians' Union of Ireland and of the Performing Arts Union Equity have also endorsed the campaign, which has received wide coverage in Irish and British media. Occupied Territories Bill Senator and singer Francis Black, who had already backed the call for a Eurovision boycott, is also sponsoring the Occupied Territories Bill, which would outlaw trade in goods from Israeli settlements built on Palestinian land in violation of international law. That is in line with recommendations from international law experts and human rights defenders, including Amnesty International. The popular campaign to pass the bill, which is supported by Irish trade unions and opposed by the government, gained a boost from rock legend Roger Waters as he played a concert in Dublin on Wednesday. On stage in Dublin, Roger Waters urges support for my Occupied Territories Bill, ending trade in. Thanks for the support, Roger. Thumbs up Palestine. pic.twitter.com/df950 show. Francis Black, @Francis_Black. June 27, 2018. Roger Waters showing strong solidarity with Heart Black Heart Green Heart. The influential trade publication The Hollywood Reporter has picked up the open letter from prominent filmmakers defending the right to boycott Israel in support of Palestinian rights. Among the dozens of signatories, The Hollywood Reporter highlighted actors and filmmakers Viggo Mortensen, James Schamus, Ken Loach, Mike Leigh, Danny Glover and Aki Kaurismäki. Musicians Patti Smith and Massive Attack also signed the letter. It was prompted by the decision of Germany's Ruhr Triennale Festival to cancel a scheduled performance by the acclaimed Scotland-based musicians Young Fathers because the group refused to back down from supporting Palestinian rights and BDS. Young Fathers was targeted because last year it pulled out of Berlin's Pop Culture Festival to protest its sponsorship by the Israeli government. But amid growing protests over blatant censorship by Ruhr Triennale, the festival organizers backed down and re-invited the band, as well as other artists who had withdrawn in solidarity with them. A sign of the prevailing intolerance and defamation towards Palestinian rights advocates from German elites, Ruhr Triennale director Stephanie Karp is facing calls from politicians to resign because she re-invited Young Fathers. The artist's letter lauds Germany's Morgenland Festival for resisting similar pressure to censor artists. In a separate statement, artists invited to Ruhr Triennale, including Laurie Anderson and Hassan Khan, confirmed they would now be participating since Young Fathers had been re-invited. But they affirmed that they reject the idea that institutions, in any way, should have the power to demand of artists to renounce their political principles in exchange for participating in their programs. Tags